10 events and $250,000. Watch 4 new episodes this Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. The 2011 Reebok CrossFit Games are the premier test to find the fittest man and woman on Earth. 3 days, 10 events and $250,000. Watch 4 new episodes this Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. The 2011 Reebok CrossFit Games are the premier test to find the fittest man and woman on Earth. 3 days, 10 events and $250,000. Watch 4 new episodes this Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2.
He's on the outside.
The 2011 Reebok CrossFit Games are the premier test to find the fittest man and woman on Earth. 3 days, 10 events and $250,000. Watch 4 new episodes this Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. The 2011 Reebok CrossFit Games are the premier test to find the fittest man and woman on Earth. 3 days, 10 events and $250,000. Watch 4 new episodes this Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. The 2011 Reebok CrossFit Games are the premier test to find the fittest man and woman on Earth. 3 days, 10 events and $250,000. Watch 4 new episodes this Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. The 2011 Reebok CrossFit Games are the premier test to find the fittest man and woman on Earth. 3 days, 10 events and $250,000. Watch 4 new episodes this Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. The 2011 Reebok CrossFit Games are the premier test to find the fittest man and woman on Earth. 3 days, 10 events and $250,000.
Even though he's a jet, once you're a jet, you're always a jet, but he's on the outside, he's not in these meetings.
The 2011 Reebok CrossFit Games are the premier test to find the fittest man and woman on Earth. 3 days, 10 events and $250,000.
I think Rex won that one. I wanted to harken back to one of their names.
The 2011 Reebok CrossFit Games are the premier test to find the fittest man and woman on Earth. 3 days, 10 events and $250,000. Watch 4 new episodes this Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. The 2011 Reebok CrossFit Games are the premier test to find the fittest man and woman on Earth. 3 days, 10 events and $250,000. Watch 4 new episodes this Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. The 2011 Reebok CrossFit Games are the premier test to find the fittest man and woman on Earth. 3 days, 10 events and $250,000. Watch 4 new episodes this Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. The 2011 Reebok CrossFit Games are the premier test to find the fittest man and woman on Earth. 3 days, 10 events and $250,000. Watch 4 new episodes this Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. The 2011 Reebok CrossFit Games are the premier test to find the fittest man and woman on Earth. 3 days, 10 events and $250,000. Watch 4 new episodes this Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. The 2011 Reebok CrossFit Games are the premier test to find the fittest man and woman on Earth. 3 days, 10 events and $250,000. Watch 4 new episodes this Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. The 2011 Reebok CrossFit Games are the premier test to find the fittest man and woman on Earth. 3 days, 10 events and $250,000. Watch 4 new episodes this Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. The 2011 Reebok CrossFit Games are the premier test to find the fittest man and woman on Earth. 3 days, 10 events and $250,000.
He's on the outside.
Watch 4 new episodes
Even
this
though he's a
Wednesday
jet,
at 8
once you're a jet, you're always a jet, but he's on the outside.
The 2011 Reebok CrossFit Games are the premier test to find the fittest man and woman on Earth. 3 days, 10 events and $250,000. Watch 4 new episodes this Wednesday at 8 Eastern on ESPN2. The 2011 Reebok CrossFit Games are the premier test to find the fittest man and woman on Earth. 3 days, 10 events and $250,000. Watch 4 new episodes this Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. The 2011 Reebok CrossFit Games are the premier test to find the fittest man and woman on Earth. 3 days, 10 events and $250,000. Watch 4 new episodes this Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2.
pretty good.
2011 Reebok CrossFit Games. So the premier test of
Game 2 here tonight for the Yankee game. Yeah, the shoes and things a little crazy, yo. Sorry we're starting up to a late season, yo. That was game 2. For the continuation of game 1 from last night.
2011 Reebok CrossFit
Yo, we got
Games.
the
So the
new suspects
premier
on the
test of
outside.
fittest man
Back,
and woman on earth.
Once you're
you know what I'm saying? We got my man Mustafa doing what he got to do. Here you go. You know, he like Diddy. He got to get in there what he got to do behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we got some football to talk about, man. We definitely want to start off with a nice game. You know what I'm saying? Last night, that game didn't get in because Mother Nature, you know, rained late. It's raining right now a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But it's about
2011 Reebok CrossFit
players
Games.
started to come in. After Detroit Tiger players just came in. But just came in like about 30 minutes ago. Sorry we missed that. But we wouldn't have been able to see other players anyway. But being that we got Ivan Noble
2011 Reebok CrossFit Games. So the premier test
about going against this kid Doug Fisher. He's 11 throughout the year, but Ivan Noble, I think has been just as clutch as CC, if not really our best pitcher in the second part of the season. Right.
The 2011 Reebok CrossFit Games. So the premier
Good boys, good pitching, a lot of good pitching, and ready to go.
Yeah, man. And Yankee bats got to come alive. Last night was a disappointing. The stadium was flat packed. It was electrified. We get 2 innings in, rain delay. Hopefully that won't happen tonight. Hopefully Yankee fans still come with the same electricity they came with last night.
They will.
I know I will be, you know what I'm saying? I won't necessarily be at the game, but we here, we ready. You know what I'm saying, Coach, we ready?
We ready.
What do you think the Yankees really have to do to get going tonight? You know what I'm saying? Because Detroit's no slumps. Detroit's one of the best teams in baseball. They had one of the best second half teams after the All-Star. I think they had the best record.
They did.
They had the best record in baseball after the All-Star game. So listen, they got pitching, they got hitting. Miguel Cabrera, he's one of my favorite players. He's clutch. It ain't gonna be easy for the Yankees tonight, man. This ain't a pushover series, but I think that we need to get game 1 tonight, or continuation of game 1. You know
It's a must for us.
It's definitely a must.
It's a must win.
It's definitely a must.
I think the Yankees need the bat. I think the batters had to be a little. The batters had to be a little. What?
It's a practice.
The batters have to be a little more patient tonight. You know, a lot more patient in the box. And I think they can do that, and the Yankees should be pretty good winning this game tonight.
Right, it's a must win. Now I don't know if anything like this ever happened in history where they continue in game 1 or the score tied 1-1 after the first regulation game. But we'll see. I mean, it's 1-1, so it's like zip. Correct. But you're only going to be playing 8 innings. So are the fans getting cheated tonight?
Yes,
You know, we only get 8 innings of baseball unless it goes into extra innings. And being that we're Yankee fans, we hope it's in the Yankees' favor when it goes to the 9th inning. Some other games. Definitely going to get back to the Yankee game, but how about the Tampa Bay Devil Rays? All right?
Great pitching.
Great pitching. They throw this kid Mike Moore out there yesterday. Rookie. 22 years old, shuts Texas out. Gets game 1. Listen, did we do a favor by letting Tampa Bay in? Because listen, let's not get this twisted. We didn't want Boston to get in, and once we knew Boston lost, I'm sure the Yankees let Tampa Bay in the playoffs.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Anything not to get Boston in the playoffs. Not that we're scared of them, but you know what? The hell with Boston. Boston. They're talking about Boston. Manager Terry Francona, he in Boston, they agreed to part ways after a 20-game collapse. You know, at the end of the season, there's no way that they should have been, knocked out of the playoffs. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not a fan of Francona. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So much for 8 years, and too much for championships. But never had Francona.
Yeah, I think so. And to let him go like that, you think that was a must that they had to let him go?
No. They panicked.
I don't think they're gonna get a better coach than that, really. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of coaches leaving spots, my man Ozzie Guillen, Crazy Odds, he's leaving the Chicago White Sox to go to the new Miami Marlins.
Yes.
You know, being I'm a Miami fan, I like that name, Miami Marlins. You know what I mean?
Sounds good.
Tampa Bay Devil Rays already went through that. They went 9-0 yesterday. Yeah. Impressive win. I'm impressed. This kid Kelly Suppers had 2 home runs to hit him, to catch him. My man, what's my man? They split for the Yankees. Damien hit a home run. Damien hit a home run, started off. You know what I'm saying? Ex-Yankee coming back, doing his thing. He's trying to get to the big dance too. We got some other big games tonight too. Actually, they're starting at 5:30, right?
Yeah,
got a 5:30 start. The St. Louis play Philadelphia. You got Cal Lowe's versus my man Holiday. I don't see nobody beating the Phillies. I think personally that the Phillies are the best team in baseball. Their pitching staff is outstanding.
5 deep.
They 5 deep. You know what I'm saying? Their pitchers go 7, 8 innings, no problem. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I got about the Yankee staff. We only go in 6 innings, 5 innings. You know what I'm saying? And why does it take CC so long to get started all the time, man? He's such a good pitcher, man. It takes him like, once he gets past the first inning, he's a beast. But getting through that first inning is always a struggle for him.
Now he's here.
Well, no, sometimes the first inning is okay, but as soon as you got to do it last night.
He's a beast as the game goes on, though. But at the beginning of the game, like yesterday, he shouldn't have given up that home run. But you know what, CC will be back. He's going to be back game 3, right? Him and Verlander plays game 3. They play that game 3. You got Arizona. You got Ian Kennedy versus Galago from Milwaukee. Listen, I like St. Louis. I like Pujols. I'm a Pujols fan. A-Rod's my favorite player, and then Pujols. But I'm feeling Milwaukee, man.
Me too.
You know what I mean? I'm like that little underdog thing. It actually wouldn't be the upset because Milwaukee's the team, really.
Well, I mean, but haven't been in the picture.
Arizona's got the better record, right? So it would be an upset. But I'm feeling Milwaukee.
I like Philly heavy.
I like Philly heavy in the National League. I like
Philly
beats with Rollins, that pitching staff. Hopefully they'll see the Yankees in the World Series. You know what I'm saying? Hamilton, it's too much. Pitching takes over in the playoffs, especially in baseball, without a doubt. Pitching dominates over here. You got to have great pitching. That's why my man, even Nova's got to get it on tonight. And I think he's our best opportunity to get and complete game 1. You know what I'm saying? I think our bats got to get going. I think A-Rod's been hurt. But you know, he's the key because Cano, I think, is their best player. Even though Gratterson is the MVP, I think Cano's their best player. The way they got the lineup set, they got Jeter starting off, they got Gratterson, they got Cano batting 3rd. And then they got A-Rod, and then they got Tex right behind them.
Right.
And then you got Switzer.
Right.
And then you got my man Jorge, you got Martin, and you got and Gardner. That's a great lineup. I got no complaints with that.
Not at all.
I got no complaints.
Like our bench.
Our bench is beast. We got bats coming off the bench.
Right.
We got pitching. You know what I'm saying? We got what's that kid in the middle reliever? What's his name?
Soriano's back.
Soriano's back.
Robinson.
That's the guy. That's the guy. Forget Soriano. Don't put Soriano in the game. I know we spend a lot of money for him. Mr. Hammer telling you, don't put Soriano in the game. Go with this kid Robinson, man, because he's been getting it done all year. He's the man. I think if we got to go 6 innings or what have you, put this kid in for 2, let Mariano do his thing, shut him down.
Get out of there.
You know what I'm saying? But let's not forget Detroit got bats. They got bats.
Many good bats.
And you know what? And they got one of the best managers in baseball.
You got a great manager.
Jim Lehman. You know what I'm saying? Wherever he goes, he seems to make it happen.
Right.
You know what I mean? He seems to make it happen. Yankee thing, man, it's crazy, though. We're here in front of the stadium. It hasn't gotten crazy yet, because it's a little earlier, but another 2 hours is going to be like pandemonium out here, man. Too bad we couldn't get in the front, but you know, we ain't got a permit for that yet, but we'll be having that soon.
You got a Yankee fan right here walking across the street.
On the Fox Sports Talk.
You got a Yankee fan right there running across the street.
And we'll interact with some of the Yankee fans as the day goes on. Hopefully we get to be out here a little longer. Get us off the set. Yo, you know we got to get into the NFL.
Right.
Because that's what we do.
Right.
That's what we do. You know we got to get into the NFL. We love the yo. I'm an NFL lover. My team, the Dolphins, we stink right now. But my man Easy's team, Dallas, they doing their thing. Giants doing their thing. And the Super Bowl contender, Buffalo Bills,
is doing his thing.
Is doing his thing
right now.
My man Musa predict that the Buffalo Bills and the Super Bowl is a Super Bowl contender right now. Early in the season, too hard to tell. Week 4, this is prediction. It's the same guy who said Sean Merriman's going to the Hall of Fame.
That's right.
You know
I said it. I called it like I said it.
Hey, listen.
I said it before. Sean Merriman, impact player. I stand by you, Sean. Forget about that.
Okay. Listen, we got some great marquee games coming up tomorrow in the NFL. Game 1, I think, the marquee game. We got 4 marquee games. I listed on my schedule. We got Detroit at Dallas. Big game. Big game for Detroit to really see what they really have. Going on the road to Dallas after something like that. What's up, Chief? You a Yankee fan? Huh? I hate you, man. I hate you. So, yeah, we got all kind of crazy fans going through here, man. We thought we had Yankee fans. I don't know what he's talking about, but we live here at Yankee Stadium. So
we got papers. We got papers in our pocket.
Yeah, we got papers. We got papers.
What did you say?
We got papers.
We got papers.
Yo, like I was saying, back to the NFL. We got 4 marquee games. Detroit at Dallas. We got that young Detroit team, Lion team. Everybody jumping on that bandwagon. I'm not one of them yet, but I do like the Detroit Lions. I like what they have. They've won 8 games since going back to last season, including this season. They go to Dallas. Rob Ryan in that defense. Dallas getting healthy as the season go by. Won a big game. Short week. They played a tough Monday night game against the Washington Redskins, division rival. Will they be up for this game? I'm sure. You know, it's a big game going into Detroit. We'll get back to that game. My second marquee game for the day. Pittsburgh at Houston.
Yes.
Houston, yo. They got a game stolen from the Saints last week. They was winning that game. Saints scored 23 points in the 4th quarter. Houston, I thought you fixed your defense. You know what I'm saying? Now my third marquee game. New England Patriots suffering a big loss to the Buffalo Bills last week. They traveled all the way to Oakland and they placed the Oakland Raiders, who had a big win against the New York Jets last week. That's game 3. My 4th marquee game is a Sunday night game. The New York Jets at the Baltimore Ravens. 2 teams with identical identities. They both like to run the ball. They both have a good pass game. Great defense. Great defensive-minded coaches. That's be a hell of a game. But the rest of the game, we're going to go back to that number 1 marquee game. We're going to talk about man Stat, because that is his team, Dallas Cowboys, and Stat. Are the Cowboys ready for the game tomorrow? Being it's a short game, short week, playing against a hot Detroit team. You got my man on Megatron and them. Terrence Newman is back. He's a shutdown back corner.
Yes.
How you think? What do you think about your chances tomorrow? Playing in Dallas, you're at home against the hot Detroit Lions.
I feel good. It should be a close game. About the game. Detroit is young, strong, coming along. Tough game for them to see where they coming at. You know, I think we're going through the season. But as Cowboys concerned, see the 24-1 win, field goal win. Tough game, but Dallas will pull it out.
Okay. I like Dallas in tomorrow's game too. Black, Coach, who you liking that game tomorrow?
I like Detroit. I like Detroit. They've proven themselves this year. Their offense is looking good. Their defense is definitely excellent. I like Detroit in this win tomorrow.
I think it'll be a great win for the franchise. If Detroit was at home, I might lean towards Detroit winning that game. But they're on the road in Dallas after getting a great win in Minnesota last week. Wow. See that? After getting a great win in Minnesota last week, I don't know if they can do it twice. We got Buffalo traveling to Cincinnati. The 3-0 Buffalo Bills traveling to 1-2 Cincinnati. I like Buffalo in this game.
Yeah.
They're hot right now. They're one of the hottest teams in the AFC. They're one of the top teams in the AFC. After a big one against New England last week. Do we see a leg down in Cincinnati? Well, I don't see it. I don't see it.
I don't see it.
Nah, we kind of like Buffalo. I'm sure Mustafa like Buffalo too. You know?
Yeah, definitely like Buffalo. Like I said before, I think we won 2 key games, but we came back from behind. Right now, this week is what I'd like to see executed is that we play from the start. Let us play football. Let's capture the game early from the start, and let's see if we can hold leads. I think if we can do that, we stand a greater chance of getting down the road, into our playoff position.
Well, hopefully this is no setup game for Buffalo. I don't see them getting set up for this game. We got a good game. We got Carolina at Chicago. Cam Newton's been doing his thing. My son calls him Scam Newton, but Cam Newton's been doing his thing. I've been impressed with what he's been doing so far this year. You know what I'm saying? They're 1-2. They won a big game in Jacksonville. He didn't have one of those 400-yard games last week. I think he only threw 175 yards. But he was efficient, and they won the game. They had their first win, his first professional win, but they do travel to Chicago tomorrow, and I think the Bears are going to be a little too much for Cam. I think we're going to throw that cover 2 at him. You got Urlacher, you have Julius Pepper. Listen, but he did do it against the Green Bay defense. Right. But I don't see him doing it against the Chicago defense going up to Chicago. What do you like in that game tomorrow?
I like Chicago. Not by much, though.
You like Chicago not by much?
Not by much.
Okay. I like Chicago by enough. I think they'll win by at least 10 points. Coach?
Disagree. I like Carolina.
Okay.
I like Carolina. Lewis, I think he's ready. He's the real deal. And I like their defense and their offense is starting to get together. And I think they got a good coach this year. Yeah. With this big win a game like this.
Okay. You like it, Jim Fox. I like Jim, former Giant guy. I can understand that. We got another game. Tennessee, surprising Tennessee Titans. Okay? Now he's running the ball. Got half-back over 300 yards a game. You know what I'm saying? What's going on with that? They traveled to Cleveland, which my Miami Dolphins lost. Got me coughing off that. They choked at the end, but they lost a heartbreaker last week to the Cleveland Browns. Peyton Hillis will be back running that ball for them. And I like Cleveland tomorrow, man. I like the defense.
Me too. I like Cleveland too.
They're at home, the dog pound. It's going to be tough for Tennessee.
They're running back.
Tough for Tennessee.
Too, right?
But I count Tennessee out. Anytime you got that kid Johnson running the ball. He hasn't had a breakout game yet. But I don't think he's going to have that breakout game against Cleveland's defense tomorrow. You know what I mean? So I think we all like Cleveland. We all like Cleveland tomorrow. 0-3 Minnesota and 0-3 Kansas City. I don't know what the hell's going on in Minnesota. They get 20-point leads at halftime and blown the leads. Blown the leads.
Did you get the ball more to Peterson, they running back?
There's no reason Adrian Peterson should have had only 5 carries in the second half last week. Yeah, 5 carries in the second half last week. This guy, if not the best running back, one of the top 5, top 3. Okay? Minnesota at Kansas City, hostile environment. KC, not the same team they was last year. They lost Charlie Weiss as their offensive coordinator. They got a new offense going in, but their defense is not the same either. Right. And I think they got some problems out there in KC. But I still like KC tomorrow, though. At home. At home. But you know what? I might have to take that back because I realized my man Charles is out for the year.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's out for the year. Tight end too. So I do like Adrian Peterson running all over the defense. But you got no confidence in Minnesota defense because they get 20-point lead. What the defensive guys they got? You would think that how they collapsing like that? There's something wrong with Minnesota and they got to get it fixed. And I think tomorrow they start by getting their first win in KC. Even though it'll be a hostile crowd, being 0-3. But KC is a very tough place to play. But I still see Minnesota pulling this game out. How about you?
Minnesota.
Like Minnesota? How about you?
Like Minnesota.
Like Minnesota. I think we all like because of Adrian Peterson running game. I think
he's gonna be mad.
You're right. He is angry. He's talking angry all week. You got the surprising. Might be surprising, but the Washington Redskins and their fans, they're really not surprised at 2-1, and they're really upset they lost that game Monday night to York. So you got 2-1 Washington traveling to 0-3 St. Louis, which is somewhat of a disappointment so far for the Rams because they had expectations. Right. But their schedule's been kind of tough.
Right.
Their schedule's been tough. They got blown out last week by Baltimore. You know what I mean? Right. And hopefully they can bounce back. But Washington's got a tough defense. Steven Jackson's back this week. That should be a little something better for them. But I don't see him running on Washington defense. But Washington defense is outstanding. Right? Y'all couldn't get a touch. It was a field goal game last week.
Right.
Field goal game last week. And whoever they played basically has to be getting that. So I kind of like Washington in this game tomorrow. My son will be a little upset. Sorry, Chuck. But I do like Washington in this game tomorrow. Just because of the defense. And it's my man, Steven Jackson's first game back since that groin injury. And I don't think he'll be able to run on their defense. So I do like Washington. Traveling to St. Louis tomorrow on the road. How about you, Coach?
I see the upset. I like St. Louis.
Like St. Louis?
I like St. Louis. I mean, I like their running attack. But I think it's time for the quarterback to step up.
Okay.
Haven't stepped up yet. I think it's a good game.
Okay. Yeah, he had a good year last year. He needs to step up and they need to get a win. San Francisco, big game. Traveling to Philly tomorrow.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Philly lost a big game last week. Michael Vick gets hurt. You know what I'm saying? He whines a little bit to the media, but you know what? Mike's smart. Let me whine now. Let me keep whining, and I'm going to get more calls. And no, nobody's not going to be hitting me late because they do get away with hitting them late. The Giants did beat him up last week, but Mike, this is football. But you know what? Mike's not a big guy. Mike's what, 5'11", 195 pounds.
Yeah.
So you really need to stop whining. I don't know if it's whining or being smart. You know, I'm gonna say it's a little bit of both, because what you're doing right now is you're letting all the refs know, yo, everybody's hitting me, they hit me. Tomorrow, for one of the reasons, I just think Philly's a better team. They lost that game to the Giants last week at Philadelphia, and San Francisco stayed on the East Coast this time around. They didn't go back home. Different routine. I think Philly wins big tomorrow, and in that stadium. How about you?
You just want San Fran, I guess. I like San Fran.
But being a Dallas guy, you want San Fran to win this game tomorrow. Okay.
I like San Fran.
Okay.
I think I'll put it out.
Okay.
I like San Francisco.
Okay. You got a Dallas and a Giant fan here, so that's how it goes. So yeah, they like. But tomorrow I like Philly big. Who that got? New Orleans Saints after a great win last week, traveled to Jacksonville, which Jacksonville's playing mediocre. You know what I'm saying? Playing mediocre. They got rid of Gerard because of money problems. I can understand that. Dolphins, I should have thought about looking at this guy. But New Orleans at Jacksonville, I see New Orleans kind of winning this game by a landslide. Don't Jacksonville got really good defense. Their defense is good. Don't look for Drew Brees to have one of them 300-yard passing games. They'll win the game tomorrow because they're a better team. But I do like New Orleans in this game. You? Like New Orleans? Coach? We all like New Orleans. That other marquee game I was talking to you about, Pittsburgh, travels to Houston. That's a big game. That's a national televised game. It's on CBS. For you guys who don't got direct TV, on CBS at 1 o'clock. Pittsburgh, big. They escaped last week with a win in Indiana. You know what I'm saying? I think maybe there's concentrating on this Houston game. You know what I'm saying? But I kind of like Houston tomorrow in the upset over Pittsburgh, only because the division really have to put a namesake on who they are because they lost that game last week. You know what I'm saying? And being at their home, they haven't been home in 2 weeks. I like Houston tomorrow with their passing game and that attack. Even though Pittsburgh's got that awesome defense, I like Houston tomorrow. How about you?
I like Pittsburgh. I can't see Matt Schaub figure out Pittsburgh defense before. When you see defenses, usually win it first. I'm going Pittsburgh.
Okay. How about you?
I like Houston tomorrow. I think they need to recruit from last week, and I think they're able to recruit so they can win this game. On their defense and also their offense.
Right. Well, their defense was the problem. Yeah. Because they can put it up with the best as far as their passing game and stuff. Okay, Coach, your New York Giants travel to Arizona, which is 1-2. Right. Giants coming off a big win. They travel all the way out to the West Coast. Right. Hopefully it's not a letdown from another big win. The last week, I'm taking the New York Giants because I think they'll win. But you know what? You got Fitzpatrick, you got Carr, that's secondary. That's going to be a dangerous game tomorrow. But I'm taking the Giants in now, it's not an upset. No. Excuse me. Not an upset. But Arizona's tough at home. But I do like the New York Giants.
I like the Giants.
You like the Giants? I think that's just because they're the better team.
Big win last week. It's feeling good.
Right. I think the momentum carries on from last week to this week, Coach. With that game, it was a big win for them last week. And for them to lose this game this week, even though they'll be on the road, I think it will be somewhat of a letdown. You know what I mean?
I like the Giants in this game because of the fact that they're going to get one of their best linebackers to play this weekend. Also, I like the fact that their defense is playing real well. Each
week they just need to get out there. That's the bottom line. They need to get out there. You got somewhat disappointed Atlanta Falcons going to Seattle, which is really not a good team right now. I mean, they're not an 0-3 team, but they're right along with my team, KC, Minnesota. They're really not a good team. They made some changes out there in Seattle, and it hasn't worked out for them. But I'll see Atlanta bouncing back and getting the win.
Better team.
Better team, period. They had Atlanta tough loss last week against Tampa Bay, division opponent. But Tampa Bay's not an easy win, though. They played in Tampa Bay. It's a tough game. Listen, they won that Sunday night game. They escaped that game. So technically, they really should be 0-3. Because they stole that Sunday night game. Because the Vic don't get hurt. Philly's winning that game. Because he was dominating that game for 3 quarters. All right, but tomorrow, like Atlanta, traveling to Seattle, I think they win. I don't know if it's easy, but I think they win that game. But more than a touchdown. How about you?
More than a touchdown.
You like more than a touchdown?
Yeah.
So you do like Atlanta tomorrow?
Definitely.
How about you?
I
like Seattle? I like going against Seattle. Wow.
I like that coach.
Okay.
I love that coach. I
Okay.
love the fact that the team was young, and Carroll, he gets them going, getting ready for a game like this. So I see an upset.
That would be an upset. Definitely would be an upset. Okay, you got the Denver Broncos traveling to one of the best teams in the NFL, the Green Bay Packers. The Tim Tebow thing, I think the hype is going down from that. But my man Kyle Orton ain't been winning out there though. Even though I like him, but he hasn't been winning. And Denver's really not that good of a team though. They have some good defensive players. They got that Kid Miller, they signed. They got the best one, Champ Bailey and them. But they're really not that good though, man. I kind of like them. Always liked them since Elway days, but they're just not that good. And I like Green Bay tomorrow. I don't know if it's an easy win, but I do like Green Bay tomorrow. How about
I like Green Bay over.
Like Green Bay?
Green Bay.
I think we all like Green Bay kind of easy tomorrow. One of the best games of the day, New England Patriots traveled to Oakland.
Yes.
A disappointing loss for the Patriots last week. A great win for Oakland last week. So both teams are coming off different highs. You understand what I'm saying? One's coming off a high, one's coming off a downer. But you know what? You beat a team 15 times in a row, they're bound to beat you. You understand what I'm saying? And take nothing away from the Buffalo Bills. They had Brady's number last week. And it wasn't Brady's week last week. But I do think it'll be Brady's week this week. Traveling out to Oakland, tough place to play. But I like New England tomorrow. How about you? I'm going with Oakland. You going with Oakland? Going with Oakland on money game and stuff like that? Because New England's defense is really not that good.
Yeah, I like the defense, or the all offense. And I think Oakland has a better defense than this, so they'll put it out.
Okay. How about you, Go?
I like Oakland because Oakland's running game is going to be tough. Passing game, their passing game is pretty. It's consistent, but it's not a lot of yards.
Right.
But they play good ball. They're
tough at home. They're tough at home.
They're tough at home.
They're tough at home.
I don't see New England winning this game, man.
Wow.
I got money on.
Okay. All right. We got my Miami Dolphins traveling to 0-3, traveling to San Diego. Doesn't look good for Soprano there, you know. It's a game that we must win. Last week was a must-win game. This week is a must-win game to save this guy's job, and I just don't think it's going to happen. I think San Diego's got too much, even though they're hurt though. Antonio Gates not playing, their running back's not playing, but they got Tobit. Ryan Matthews not playing, but they got Tobit and Drew Brees. He's just a beast. They can't get together. Miami doesn't have no identity. It's breaking my heart to see these guys like they're starting out 0-3. You know what I'm saying? I never thought we should be 0-3. I thought we might be maybe 2-1 at this time. You know what I'm saying? Going to San Diego might be 2-2. But the bottom line is that we're 8-9 in our last 9 games playing San Diego. But that's the only outcome to this. But I don't see us winning tomorrow in San Diego. San Diego, yeah.
I can San Diego.
San Diego?
I'm gonna go with Miami.
Okay, Black always going down. Trying to make Coach feel good here. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Miami.
Hey.
I think Miami's gonna win.
Okay, I would like to see that. One of the best games of the day tomorrow. The New York Jets travel to the Baltimore Ravens. Sunday night game, NBC, national televised game. That's going to be crazy. Tomorrow's going to be a crazy day anyway, because you got the doubleheader tomorrow, right? We got doubleheader tomorrow, right? Yes. Doubleheader tomorrow. We got the Yankees at 3. We got the Giants at 4. We got the Yankees at 8:30 again. Then we got the Jets at 8:30. It's crazy. You gotta have so many televisions tomorrow if you're a New York guy, man.
Yes.
If you're a New York guy, you have so many televisions, man. It's gonna be like crazy pandemonium. And yo, you know the best part? I'm off tomorrow. Usually I work on Sundays, but I pick one of the best days to be home in New York. So yo, take that drum, my man. All right, you know what I'm saying? But get back to that Jet game, man. Jets travel to Baltimore. Ryan goes back to Baltimore for the first time against his former team. These teams are identical, man. These teams are identical. They played in the playoffs last year, so it's not Ryan's first time. Ryan goes back there in the playoffs, first regular season game. Ryan goes back there in the playoffs last year and whips Baltimore. So Baltimore's definitely got something to prove. I definitely like Baltimore in this game tomorrow. Not definitely, but I do like Baltimore in this game tomorrow. I like Ray Rice. They don't have Heat no more, but I still like Flacco. You You know what I mean? And I think Baltimore has enough to get over the hump. I don't know if the Jets are still, you know, looming or down from last week's game. But a Ryan team don't usually be down after a game like that. You know what I'm saying? They usually a bounce back team. They really never play bad twice back to back. But they are playing Baltimore. They're playing in Baltimore. I like Baltimore tomorrow. Who you like tomorrow?
Baltimore. Running game. Jets getting old.
I like the Jets. I like the Jets.
Okay.
Hey, as a matter of fact,
They playing at home.
people that like that shout out to LC. She's listening from California. She said go Jets. Okay. You also got Ray. You know Ray Rock. He's checking in. My man Darren Mobley in Maryland. In Virginia, he's checking us out too. So just
What's up, yo?
Tell EV say what's up.
I hope not. I hope not. You know what I'm saying? Though I'm the host of the show, I'm a Jet hater. You know what I'm saying? Each week I hope the Jets lose, but you know what? They got a good team. If you got a good team, you're a good team. I can't take nothing from that.
what we got left.
We got that Monday night game. We got Indy 0-3, travels to Tampa Bay. I like Tampa Bay. They're one of the best surprises. They're not a surprising team. They didn't make the playoffs last year, but I think they'll make the playoffs this year in NFC. You know what I mean? I like Tampa Bay tomorrow. So, how about you? You like Indy or Tampa?
Tampa.
You like Tampa? I like Tampa. They in Tampa. I think they'll win that game. How about you? Tampa. Coach likes Tampa. We got some NBA news. That does it for week 4. You know what I'm saying? We'll get back next week. It's raining out here. We might have to cut the show a little short. But yo, we still at Yankee Stadium. Around the corner, the crowd is crazy. You know what I'm saying? We're doing it up here, man. On the Block Sports Store. New season, season 2. We started a little late. We had a little complications. But yo, we back. That's the bottom line. You gotta check us out every Saturday. We're definitely on the air. You know, we'll blog. My man Mustafa blog will let you know exactly what time. Sometimes it's different from others, but we're always on Saturdays, man. We're back on every Saturday. Check us out on the Block Sports Talk. We also got to talk about the NBA lockout. What's going on with that? We got some other things to talk about, too. Kobe signing a $10 million contract to play for 30 games in the Italian League. What's up with that? That's crazy.
He signed?
Yeah. He signed.
Wow.
That's crazy. My man J.R. Smith, Kenya Martin, they're done for the year. Chandler for the season. What? Yo, because overseas. Once you sign overseas for the season, that's it. You can't come back this year. That's how it is. Hopefully we get something going on with this NBA lockout. Commissioner Stern said if we don't get nothing happen soon, he's gonna cut the season. I don't really see that. I really don't see that. Hopefully that doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying? But yo, we're gonna have to pack it up because it's raining out here. Live from Yankee Stadium on the Block Sports Talk. Go Yankees! Even over tonight, Yankees doing it up, playing Detroit Tigers. Like I said, man, check us out. Back on the air on the Block Sports Talk. It's your man Hammer, my man Stat, my man Coach, my man Mustafa. We back, yo, on the Block Sports Talk. Go Yankees!